Hi, it's Steve with Desert Dwellers. We're doing some gun cleaning today, and this time around we are going to do the Ruger LCP. I can't talk today. The Ruger LCP 380 little pocket gun I have. Now I've never taken this apart until today. I actually just did it to see how it came apart. It's actually pretty simple. So we're going to start with the basics though. We're going to make sure it's unloaded. How do we do that? We are going to remove the magazine. You always remove the magazine first. Do not pull the slide back first, because if you do have a loaded magazine, you now just armed your weapon. So magazine's empty, set it aside. Now you got the slide release right here. It's very small on this gun. The magazine doesn't lock it open. You got to put your thumb in there and you're going to slide it back until it does lock open. And I say it's really tiny. It's just basically to take it down. You know, once you're there, you got a smaller pin right here in front. Okay, so you're going to need a little screwdriver and just kind of work up underneath it. And there's a little spring. Once you pop it out, the spring comes all the way out, or the pin comes all the way out. Set it aside. Get a hold of your slide and release it. Pull your trigger and she comes apart. Bottom half, your return spring right here, guide rod, and your barrel. So as usual, we're going to work on the bottom part first. And you can see in here, there's not much here. A little bit of a hammer, really not much. Now, I haven't shot this gun a lot. I think I've only gotten like 50 rounds through it. So we're just going to kind of lubricate it up a little bit. A little spray back in there, a little around the trigger, and across the 2 rounds. We're going to take a little bit of cloth, and we're going to wipe up the excess and even out the rails, mostly. You don't want too much lubrication on it. You don't want it dripping off over everything. Slide, not a whole lot to it. We're going to use the acid brush, some solvent across the bolt face here. Excuse me, got a chest cold, so having a little bit of trouble breathing and my nose is running a little bit. And we're just going to clean it up a little bit, like such. Get into those rails a little bit. Wipe out the excess. Gun's a little small, being a 380, and it's not exactly easy to get my little finger. And I got small fingers, but getting the fingers in there, and we're just gonna run it around. All right, we're gonna lube it up a little bit. Again, same places, across the bolt face here and into these rails here, into the slide rails there. And a little bit right there, a little excess, but that's okay. We're going to wipe it up. Don't worry about it. If you spray too much, it will come back off. The main spring, it actually looks like 2 different springs inside of it. They don't want to come apart that easily, which is, again, not a big problem. Wipe out the excess, hit it. This pin really does nothing but hold it all together, so we're not going to worry about it that much. Then we got a little tiny barrel here, and that's a tiny barrel. Alright, so we switched, being a 380 and 9mm, same diameter, so we switched to the smaller bore cleaning brush. Run it in and run it out a few times. And so I've only shot like 50 rounds to this gun, so it's not going to be that dirty. Jig. I had the oil on it from the last gun. I haven't cleaned it off yet or taken it off yet. Run a patch in it. See, getting some dirt out of there, but nothing bad. On this particular one, it's not that easy to see if the feet ramp is clean, because it's a coated feed ramp. They got some kind of black coating on it, but that's okay. So we're going to get another cloth patch. Put it into the jig. Okay, now that that's ready, spray some lubricant down inside the barrel, the chamber, and we're going to even it out now. You want those riflings covered inside of the barrel. Now we're going to do the outside of the barrel, making sure we get in here, and rub it in with your fingers, wipe the excess off. So you don't want it drippy, but you do want some on there. Alright, and you see there's not a lot to this gun, so we're going to slip the barrel back in place. Easy peasy. The guide rod, the springs, put it in, compress it with your finger until it locks into place. It's locked in place. So we're going to get it there, all the way back. You get that slide release locked in place. Then we got the little pin. There's a little notch indentation that once it gets in, the spring is going to hold it in there. You'll see a little spring inside of here, and you just want to go force that spring down a touch, pop it into place. The barrel's going to have a lot of movement in it, and there we go. That'll be in a center fire. That's the trigger. And that's all there is to this little guy. It's pretty light duty. It's a good little gun. I carry it mostly in the summertime as a pocket pistol. Slap the magazine in. And that's about it. So anyway, take it easy, have fun. Remember, gun safety always. And if you have any questions or comments, leave them in the comment section. Thanks a lot. Bye.